That's a typical Gorman company meeting, I'll tell you that. And everybody's going to have your pay doc next week. Wow, what a turnout. What a turnout. Thank you, everybody. When I look around this room, the number of people who are here brings back memories for all of us. The nice thing about this against a high school reunion is that you don't have to tell people how you're doing or where you're going. It doesn't much matter at this point. I've been in touch with Bill, staying in touch with Bill over the last 15 to 20 years. Bill Gorman, of course. And we would get together, and every time we did, we just reminisced about the company, the way it was, what it stood for, the people in it. And every time I would ask him some of the tough questions, what do you recommend, what do you think? Always inspiring. It's been amazing tonight in talking with all of you, the amazing stories about what you thought of Gorman Publishing Company, the time that you spent, many of you, straight out of school, first jobs, what you learn in terms of the relationship with the company, the business. And the most remarkable thing to me, personally, is how many people went on for careers which have been just outstanding based upon the principles of Gorman Publishing Company. So, last August, September, I was having lunch with Bill. We're talking about, as we usually did, about something ethereal, different, inspiring, visionary. And so I said to myself, we really need to do something about this. I've been in touch with many of you, of course, over the years. And the stories among us was always consistent. So by chance, Peggy Stath Walker, out of nowhere, said, let's get together for lunch over the holidays. And we did. And I said, I talked to Bill, and I said, you know, we really should have some kind of a tribute. And Bill's exact words to me were, good luck with that. So Peggy and I started talking, and we said, let's put something together. Well, it was interesting because that took about 3 minutes for us to decide to do that. We then contacted Julie. The nice thing about this group is that when you get the Gormans involved, you get the Gormans involved, all of them. And so we had a task force which started off very quickly. We contacted Bill Donahue immediately. And Bill's first comment was, when are we going to have the first meeting, and where is it going to be, and do they serve martinis? From that point, we then found Dave Coulter, and then the other Gorman ladies also came along. Carolyn, in addition to Julie, Christine, and Meryl, turned to a tremendous committee. And the amount of time and effort that they put into this over the last couple of months has been outstanding, and you can see the results. So tonight belongs to Gorman Publishing Company. It belongs to Bill Gorman and to the Gorman family. By that I'm talking about John Gorman, Tom Gorman, and all the others who are not here this evening. I'd also like to introduce a very special guest, and that is Pat Gorman. Love to have you here, Pat, John's wife. And how can I forget this, because I was certainly a part of it. At that one time, Pat was not only employed, but she was responsible for the new products contest that Prepared Foods put out, which turned out to be, again, another visionary type of program in the company no one else had ever thought of. And so, again, great to have you here, Pat. Again, typically, it's more fun sometimes to put these things on than it is to attend. And so as we were all looking at the annals of the information, and I went into my boxes, I have a room in my house with nothing but information, useless information from many, many years ago in the publishing industry. We were finding all kinds of great items and articles. And so these are some of the ones that you see this evening, in addition to the schedule on your table. That agenda, as you can see, what we're going to be doing is we'll have comments from several people, and then we'll have dinner. And then at that point, we'd like to have open mic time. Any of you who would like to address this august gathering, to say anything that you feel appropriate or maybe inappropriate. It's up to you. It'll be like old times. We'd like to have that. So again, without further ado, I'd like to invite up here the star of the evening at this point, Bill Gorman.
Okay. Well, Harry did a beautiful job of introducing me, and he did a very nice job of introducing Pan, which I was going to do. That's it. I'm delighted. This evening is a high point in my life. I say that advisedly, and I've thought a lot about it. And I've been lucky in life. Life's been good. But this is the high point. And I'm indebted to each one of you for making the effort and coming and saying the nice things you've said. It's just terrific. Is Viv? Viv is there? I'm delighted to have Viv with me. She's had a rough patch off and on lately, and I'm glad that she's up and able to join us in spite of her eyesight, in spite of other problems. I guess the greatest thrill of my life was starting and running Gorman Publishing with Brother John, who was my brother, my partner, and my best friend. I also want to mention that we tried to make you all comfortable this evening by surrounding you with a lot of Gormans. It's been a great run. One I've been privileged to be part of. We've been lucky. We've been successful. And we had a great group of people. As evidenced by the people here this evening. I look into so many faces that I knew so well. And it's heartwarming. I think that's about it. Thank you all.
Well, we needed an extra 4 or 5 pages. I wish that had been as